Hello everyone, I'm Katie, I'm the Introverted Reader, and yes, second video of the day. Yes, I changed my shirt, I'm wearing a ratty t-shirt right now, but it's just that point in the afternoon. But I wanted to get this video up as well, because I don't know when my next, free day is gonna be. I mean, I'm off again work tomorrow, but I have things to do and stuff like that. So I have things to prepare for. So I wanted to get this video up. These are all the books that I hope to get to in the month of July. Hopefully. I put air quotes around the word TBR because I usually say to people, take this with a grain of salt, because I may or may not get to all of these, but these are just some options that I've picked out that I would maybe like to read this month. For the first couple days in July, I am actually going to be going away on holiday. It's just for like 5 or 6 days, and I'm just going to be bringing my Kindle with me, and I have a good number of books on here, but the book that I chose to read while I was away was The Iron Trial by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. That is their sort of middle grade series. It's called the Magisterium series. It's about this boy that gets accepted into like this magical school, and there's like magic and wizardry, and I think there's talking animals as well or something. It's been a while because I read the first book in this series years ago when it first came out, but I never actually continued on with the series because, I don't know, there was just other books that I wanted to read, or I just wasn't interested. But I think there's 4 or 5 books in the series, I think, and I think that I have them all on here, but I don't really think I'll be doing much reading anyway whilst I'm away, because obviously I'll be on holiday and doing holiday things and whatnot. But I will be taking this with me, and I'll try and do some reading of that while I'm away. I'm not bringing any physical books with me, but these are some physical books that I have picked out just randomly from my shelf that I hope to get to in the month of July. Although this one that I'm about to show you is our July book club pick for the Introverted Reader book club, and that is Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston. She is also the author of Geekerella and The Princess and the Fangirl. And this is like a sci-fi sort of thing. It's supposed to be like Anastasia, like the story of Anastasia, but set in space, and there's like robots and stuff. This is a special like Alcrate edition. I think I unboxed the Alcrate box that I received with this book inside of it. It has the purple sprayed edges, and it is also signed. Let me show you. It's also signed by Ashley Poston, so hopefully I will get to it next month. Well, actually no, I will be getting to it next month because it's our book club pick, so as soon as I get home I'll just dive right into this one. So, and if you want to be joining us for the month of July in the Introverted Reader book club, please feel free to join us. I have a link to the Facebook group on my Instagram, so go to my Instagram and the link to the Facebook page will be there, and you can join us and read it with us. I've also put up a poll on the book club page about our pick for September, because we're not having a book of the month for August because of the readathon. So go and have your say for the month of September if you would like to. Now, the next one that I hopefully want to get to in July is The School for Good and Evil, A World Without Princes by Soman Chainani. This is book 2 in the School for Good and Evil series. I did a review on the first one just today, a couple of hours ago. So if you want to hear more about like the premise and stuff of this series, feel free to go to that review. And I give as best a synopsis as I can. But it's basically like a middle grade story about like heroes and villains and who's truly good, who's truly evil. And obviously there is a school called the School for Good and Evil. It's like it's like 2 different buildings sort of like linked onto each other. It's really interesting, and it's about like friendship and, you know, like how far you're willing to go for friends and stuff like that. So it is really, really good. I hope to get to this in July, because even though I had mixed feelings about the first one, I do want to get to the second one and see how the story pans out. The next one is also a sequel. July is just going to be the month for sequels, okay? And that next sequel is The Exiled Queen by Cinda Chima. This is book 2 in the Seven Realms series. I read book 1, if you remember, last month. It was actually our book club pick for June. I'll talk about it more in my wrap up, hopefully later on this month, if I can get it up before I go. But yeah, I read book 1 last month and I did really, really enjoy it. And I do want to continue on with this series because there's a lot of different characters in here. It's high fantasy, there's kings and magic, and there's like this group of people called clans people. They're kind of like a tribe, if you know what I mean, like sort of like Native American sort of feel, if you know what I mean. So I hope to get to this one next month in July as well. And the next sequel that I hope to get to, again, July is the month of sequels, that is Kingsbane by Clare Legrand. This is book 2 in the Imperium trilogy. Furyborn was our Introverted Reader book club pick of the month for May, and this recently just arrived in my possession. I'm not sure when it came out. I think it only came out recently, but it just recently came into my possession a couple days ago, so hopefully I can get to this. It's a big one, but I loved Furyborn so much. I got through it actually pretty quickly, and even though this book is thick, I hope to get through it, and hopefully I will enjoy it as much as I enjoyed Furyborn. And the last book that I hopefully want to get to in the month of July is Frostblood by Elly Blake. This is the first book in her, I guess, Frostblood trilogy. I'm not exactly sure what the name of this trilogy is actually called, but I'm not entirely sure what this is about. Our main character is called Ruby, and she is a fireblood, but the Frostblood people like rule over her kingdom or something, and her being a fireblood is like not good. And it says, I think like she gets arrested and her mother gets killed. It says right here in the synopsis, so that's not really a spoiler. So she has to like infiltrate the palace or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but hopefully, I mean, you know, magic and espionage and stuff like that, you know, and you know, rebellion, I live for that stuff. So yeah, here are all of the books that I hope to get to in the month of July. Also as well, I have my book The Iron Trial on my Kindle that I hopefully will read at least some of while I am on my travels on holiday. If you have read any of these books, please let me know down in the comments. If you have, did you enjoy them? Are you going to be joining us for the month of July to read Heart of Iron? I would really love it if you did, because that's the sole reason that I started this whole thing, was because I wanted to start a book club where I could sit and discuss books with fellow book lovers, and it would really mean a lot to me if you joined us. Again, follow me on Instagram. There's a link to the Facebook page for the book club. And follow me on Twitter as well. If you want to leave a comment, go right ahead. If you want to ask me a question, go right ahead. And please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys hopefully in my next video. Bye.